It's been a week of historic protests in Iran, a monumental shift for the Islamic Republic. Protests over the death of a young woman are going strong, and it's women who are leading the charge. NBC News Tehran bureau chief Ali Arouzi is the only Western television correspondent inside Iran. Ali, just how transformational or monumental are these protests?
It's incredible, Andrea. It's not something I've ever seen or anybody else has seen in the 43-year history of the Islamic Republic. Look, the dress code here is very strict. You've been here, Andrea. You know what the rules are here, and they're very heavily enforced. But there is a generation of women here, a lot of them Generation Z, that just feel so suffocated, Andrea. And the death of Mahsa Amini touched a really raw nerve, and that's why we're seeing these protests spill out into the streets. I can't overstate the magnitude of these women going out onto the streets and burning their headscarves and cutting their hair in public while the crowds are supporting them. This is a huge taboo for the Islamic Republic. This would have landed people double-digit jail sentences. Many people who have protested the hijab over the last couple of years are in jail right now, serving 10, 20-year jail sentences for refusing the headscarf. So this is a huge moment. But and the chants they're making, Andrea, on the streets, you hear them marching across streets of Tehran, chanting woman, life, freedom. They don't want this repression anymore, but the crackdown is really hard. This is a very sore point for the Islamic Republic. They want to put this whole hijab issue back in the box, but it's not going to stay in the box. The genie is now out of the bottle, but it's not clear how this is all going to unfold because it's such a sore issue for the rulers of the Islamic Republic.
And has anybody any information about how Amini died? The allegation is that she was beaten to death. The regime says that it was a heart attack or an illness.
That's right. The authorities here say that she had a pre-existing condition, that she had had brain surgery when she was younger, and that she had a heart attack while she was in custody and then went into a coma. Her father refutes that completely. He says that she had no pre-existing condition. There are reports that we can't confirm that she was beaten, and he says that when he saw her body before she was buried, she had bruises around her ear, head, and her legs, and again reiterated that she had no pre-existing medical conditions. But that's not even the point, Andrea. I mean, even if this young lady had pre-existing conditions, we've spoken to so many people that have been arrested by the morality police. It's an extremely stressful event. Many of the women that come out of detention that have been arrested by the morality police suffer from PTSD. So, I mean, even it could be an accident that happens in there. It's not likely that that's what happened here, but that could happen to any other person that actually does have a pre-existing medical condition because it's such a stressful experience. And that's why you see so many people out on the streets today, because they've experienced being swept up by the morality police and they just don't want it anymore. And it's amazing, Andrew. You see a lot of people demonstrating. They're still coming out in full force. Near the bureau yesterday, we saw about 500 or 600 people marching towards the north of Tehran. They were basically family units. These were mothers with their teenage daughters, young husbands, brothers, just all going out together to show solidarity with one another, despite this massive police presence across the country.
Ali Arouzi, this is all just amazing. As anyone who's ever been to Tehran knows, this is extraordinary. We haven't seen anything like this since the revolution in 1979 took over. Thank you. Thank you so much, my friend.